You can follow the headlines or you can follow the U-Hauls. People are leaving for these 3 top cities in the Southeast. And if you're a real estate investor, the signs are there. You just have to know where to look. There's no secret that there's a population shift happening in the United States. Everybody hears about people leaving from California, leaving New York, but where are they going? These are the top 3 markets that represent the best beneficiaries of population increase. Real estate investing isn't about guessing. It's about looking at the data to find the best markets for you to invest. If you haven't guessed the top 3 cities now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. It's Raleigh, North Carolina, Gainesville, Georgia, and Fort Worth, Texas. These are smaller metropolitan areas that are absolutely booming. And what I like about them is that they've stayed below the radar of most investors. So let's talk about the 3 major categories about why people are moving to these Sunbelt cities. Number 1, affordable housing. Everybody talks about it, but what does it actually mean? When we look at some median housing prices, look at these prices for LA. You can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but the price is enormous. Versus Raleigh, North Carolina, the median home price is around $400,000. This is a much better measure of affordability, price per square foot, and you get to be in a great city. There is lots of natural features. You've got freshwater lakes. You've got large mature trees. Raleigh experienced 140,000 additional people. That brought their population up to 1.56 million. I can see why Raleigh is very appealing, and the population numbers don't lie. Number 2 reason people are moving: flexibility based on remote work. It's been 5 years since the COVID pandemic, but remote work is still very pervasive. People that are living in the Northeast, people living in Chicago, are no longer tied to these locations because they don't have to go to an office every single day. Once you've released people from the bounds of going to the office 5 days a week, we are seeing a lot more population mobility based on what's important to these people today. And remote work has freed up people to move to lower cost jurisdictions or maybe a more affordable place to raise their kids. And that leads us to Gainesville, Georgia. This is one of the most affordable areas. It's close to Atlanta. You have a lot of this natural beauty. There's a lot of pine forest that, I didn't know that there was all of this kind of trees and natural landscape in the hills here. But this city is amazing. And I think that when you have a chance to live in a smaller town, but still be close to a lot of the big cities, it's really appealing to a lot of people. Finally, people are seeking less noise. They're seeking less crowded environments. They want to get away from homeless people on the sidewalk. They don't want traffic every single hour. My brother lives in LA, and I can't tell you the number of times that we've driven somewhere at 10 p.m. at night and there's traffic on the 405, traffic on the 101, stop and go, really heavy traffic, and then there's no accident. It blows my mind that people can put up with something as frustrating as traffic at 10 p.m. at night, and there's not even a car accident. It's just regular heavy traffic. And so if you're looking for a lower commute time, coming from Los Angeles, the New York, Boston, DC corridor, they have average commute times around 40 to 50 minutes versus anywhere down here in Fort Worth, you're looking at 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's only if you're going to the office every day. And so for these 3 major reasons, I think that population increases are going to continue to grow. People are more mobile now than ever, and as families are leaving their original location, so the place you grew up no longer has your mom and your dad and a brother and a sister and your cousins and your aunts and uncles, people are not going to be tied as much to the place where they grew up or the place that they live. And this population mobility is going to allow people to leave high-cost jurisdictions, high-taxing jurisdictions, and move to these places that give them more value for their dollar. And that's what you have to look for as a real estate investor. You have to make a move early, but a rising tide lifts all boats. And that's what population increase does for all sectors of real estate, industrial included. I'm not saying these are the only places that are going to benefit from population growth, but they provide a very interesting snapshot into this growth, but not quite fully established yet. And if you invest early in these markets, you have the opportunity to get a phenomenal return. All right, well, thanks for watching. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight into the specific factors that I look for when investing in real estate markets. So I have tons of other videos on how to find your markets or what asset class is the best to invest in. So smash that like button and we'll see you next time.